I'm wearing black shoes.
On the first day of school at a brand new Detroit high school, this class takes part in a team building exercise.
I love the University of Michigan football team.
But this school is different. The ninth grade classes are divided into teams with names like loyalty, honesty, and in the case of this room, determination. So it's no surprise one visionary behind this school is someone who knows how important teamwork really is.
Rose square for the three straight away. Gets it! Rose with the three!
I think I'm an interesting case study being a Detroit native and had the opportunity to attend public schools in Detroit, private schools in Detroit, and understand the dynamic of a charter school. There's a mentality in the city of Detroit that our great public schools, for example, a Cass Tech or a Renaissance, are equal to a Country Day or a Catholic Central or the University of Liggett. And for those of us that have been exposed to both sides, we know that that's far from accurate.
Savvy basketball star Jalen Rose rose to success at the University of Michigan, the NBA, and ESPN. Along the way, Rose started a charitable foundation to help underserved youth. Now his philanthropic efforts have led to the opening of the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy, an open enrollment, tuition-free public charter high school in his hometown. Rose wanted to offer a new opportunity for Detroit area kids who are stuck in a struggling school system.
It's like running a private business, and a lot of the things that you feel are working very well, you continue in them and you grow with them. The things that you don't like, you eliminate them as fast as possible. And we saw here recently in particular how the Detroit public school system has been totally mismanaged on a high level. That's not every school, that's not every administrator, that's not every teacher, student, or parent. But when you're dealing with a big business, which that is, we wanted to come in on a smaller scale, and the charter school allows us to do that.
Rose teamed up with Michael Carter to start the school. Carter is another success story from Detroit, a business entrepreneur who also feels an urgency to help kids in his hometown, not only in high school, but in college.
You cannot find a good paying job with just a high school diploma, even having a bachelor's degree. You can't stop there. So the focus for Jalen and I is real simple. It's real clear, and it's about the kids. It's about wanting to make a difference where these kids not only in fact graduate from high school, 85% of them, but 85% are accepted into a four-year institution, and 85% will graduate. So that's why ours is just not a 9 through 12 model. It's a 9 through 16 model.
The academy has 120 students enrolled in the 9th grade. The 10th through 12th grades will be added over the next 3 years. While administrators were encouraged that nearly all showed up for the first day of school, Rose made sure the students realized that at this school, success is not a slam dunk.
Tell the room what percentage of 9th graders in here are below 9th grade in math. 90%. 90% of you guys. We got work to do.
It's hard to argue with the data. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but not their own facts. And so we're in a crisis situation, a crisis mode when you look at our school systems throughout the country. But it's even more devastating here in Detroit.
The academy will focus on leadership skills along with academics, and unlike their public school counterparts, these students will attend classes 211 days a year.
8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And we're going to have special programming. We're going to have a leadership focus where they learn life skills beyond just your normal curriculum skills. And there are a lot of things that we're going to do to make sure that that happens with our students, because we know you wake up at home and you come to school for a learning day, and you want to make sure that they're prepared for all things that life may throw at them.
As for Detroit public schools, Rose brushes off suggestions that critics might accuse him of turning his back on the very system that helped him rise to fame.
I'm a Detroit native, and I know that unions are big business. All adults know that, based on the number of schools, the number of kids, the number of dollars that flow through that situation. But a lot of the people that are standing on the table with that argument can't necessarily pose the reason why that's valid other than money. Look at the numbers of graduation rates that we have here lately. 30% for ninth graders graduating. You know, a city of Detroit who have 47% of its adults that are functionally illiterate. So there obviously something that's not happening in the right manner.
Instead, Rose and his team have drawn up their own plays.
It's really about focusing on your child. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we develop your child to his fullest potential or her fullest potential. We have teacher-pupil ratios that are unlike other school systems, are very, very small, 1 to 20. And for our core subjects of math and English, 1 to 10.
The bottom line is we're trying to create leaders of tomorrow. That's all that matters.